Soul Radio, the way it used to be. WCLM 1450 AM, Highland Springs, Richmond.
Give me a hoe if you got your funky bus there. Double Dutch bus coming down the street, moving dirty, that's so kind of shuffle your feet. Get on the bus, pay your fare, then tell a driver that you're going to a double Dutch affair. B-5-4, well I'll be darned, here it comes. The double Dutch bus is on the street, you better get off the curb, move your bus fare, transpass, that's the way my money lasts. Ain't got no car to get around. When I go to work, I gotta go downtown. Now I miss my train, that's another shame. When I'm running late, no sleeps to blame. If you got a wife, you know I'm right. You got a special man, well I can understand. Uptown, downtown, everybody's getting down. Say uptown, say downtown. Well, I miss my bus, I know I'm late. I gotta do something I know I hate. I'm gonna walk to work, 15 minutes already. Got a hole in the box, so ahead and laugh. That's okay, cause what I really wanna say, I got bad feet, my corns hurt. To top it off, I'm late for work. Let me tell you what I say when I'm dealing with a funky sidewalk. Let me show you how I walk when I gotta do my funky walk. Let me tell you what I say when I'm dealing with a funky sidewalk. I say, sugar.
Out the whiz, they sit so the kids out and kids, they biz ass and biz on. Yes, all biz out of mizzle. Shills and gills up. Wheels out, nills out, bills, baby. Wheels and hills out, bills, ain't just double digits. Just double digits. Just double digits. Wheels and hills out, bills, ain't just double digits. Just double digits. Just double digits. Mills and gills out, sills on bills, I bills, I gills out with bills, I. Pills in. My kids are. Wills and good is it. Is up kids are. Is always right. Is up kids are. Is always right. Is out. Will Z. Will Z. Bip, bop, bam, alakazam. But only if you're grooving with the double Dutch man. Put on your skates, don't forget your rope. Cause I know I'm gonna see you at my double Dutch show. Rebecca, Lolita, Fashawn, and Dawn. Every time you do the double Dutch, you really turn it on. Bill Zarbra, Bill Zary, Bill Zeddy, Bill Sam, Jill Zombie, Bill Zarens, Bill Zombie, that's my man. Come on, get on my double Dutch bus. The double Dutch bus.
It's time for the wake-up call. I am the man that's causing you ladies out there to have secretion through your panties. I am gorgeous George. Hey, ladies and gentlemen, and man, we are blasting this thing. The pod in this thing is blasting out. Hey, this is Gorgeous George back at 1450 WCLM Radio. Someone said, give me a hallelujah, hallelujah. This is Dr. Westheimer. This is a horrible imitation, but I do what I can. Don't you ever lose that first encounter. Ladies and gentlemen, and ladies too, do you know how to masturbate? I ask you this question. Do you really know how to masturbate? Well, don't ever lose your virginity. Masturbate. Oh, that's a horrible imitation, but whatever. Hey, we got a full house tonight, and we are doing it to you live at 1450 WCLM, and we're going to go around for a checkup here. Kay Lazar is in the house. Say hi to the people. Oh, that mic over there, Kay. Oh, that mic there's fine.
All right, how you doing? It's good to be here. Hello. And I brought the police with me. Hey, I want all you nice women out there to kick your men out and take down the laundry that's hanging in your living room because we're coming over. All right.
All right. Now let me ask you something. Now, what makes you think that they're going to do that? Because you said that. Tell me. Give them a emphasis of why they should do that. Give them almost like a message.
Why should? Well, look at it. Look at us. Look at the chumps they're with. Look at them. Look at us. Look at them. Look at us. The decision is easy.
Okay, got it. All right, and from his travels from way back, here he is. Vinny Mac is in the house. Say hello, Vinny.
Hello, how you doing?
Yeah, say more than that.
I don't know what else to say. Are we live on the radio right now?
Of course we're live in the radio. I mean, what do you expect?
Oh my! I expected that we would be like in a Waffle House somewhere, you know.
Actually, we're live and the audience is on tape.
Oh,
Okay,
that helps. That helps.
That's good to hear. And we also have tonight, who's been on our show a few times. And if you can come to the mic 2, you can say hi to the people out there. Here he is, Bo Thesis. Mr. Bo.
That is Buciferus. How you doing?
Okay. And there you go. So we've got it live on your radio dial, 1450 WCLM. Feel the power of my hand. Ooh, Chi-Chi, you're going to be so excited. Well, of course I am, dear Rosanna. You know that you need to feel the power. But Chi-Chi, why am I all wet? Well, it's obvious why you're all wet, because you're listening to my voice and you're putting your buttocks on the hoofers. And you go, ooh. And I go, oh. And you go, ooh. And I say, oh. And I'm blowing in the microphone right now. To get you excited. That's right, to get you real excited. I'll tell you what. All right, we got a lot to do in a short time to do it in, but we're going to do it anyway. We're going to do it to it. This is the 2014. This is going to come in November when we do our show, or October, November. This is going to be our 20th year. 20th year of the Gorgeous George Show. We have not, it's about time that we get beyond all this other BS and be able to get on, let the people know in New York, let the people know in Los Angeles that GG is for real. And time to get GG into the mainstream. And the documentary, that's the key. That's the ointment. That's what's going to be able to get us on.
What documentary are you talking about?
What documentary, you say?
Yes.
Man, you have a short memory.
I know a little bit about it, but you got to tell the people listening.
I got to tell the people about it. Well, okay. Well, there's a documentary that was done back in January with our understudy, Brandon Hardesty. He's from Baltimore, and he decided that he wanted to bring us out. And the rough copy is already out there, but he's going to come back. And we're going to do a sequel, and probably when this gets aired on YouTube, the whole thing will all be done. But it is done, but they just want to put some emphasis and some other stuff.
I heard
on
he made
it.
a 3-hour documentary, and then he hasn't edited it down yet. It's going to be like probably 2.5 minutes when he's finished.
Well, it's going to be a documentary that's going to be 30 minutes long. 30 minutes long, and that's what it's going to be. It's going to be about everything that we've done.
He should make a mini series out of it, like House of Cards or The Sopranos.
Perhaps put us on the map.
They could get George Clooney to play.
Now, what the hell are you eating? Is that a muffin or what the hell is that?
I eat muffins all the time.
Looks like a New York donut.
I eat the
Looks like I don't know. Looks like
I like muffins.
You
What
like
are you talking
muffins?
about?
Okay.
I love to eat muffins.
Okay, well, I mean,
In fact, every other probably.
I thought you were not. I thought you were not big on bread. I thought you didn't eat bread. You always talk about people on diets or whatever.
I like eating muffins.
You like to eat muffins? Okay. Is that a muffin or a tuffin?
In fact, usually I love muffins.
You like muffins?
Girls come to my house. They always show me their muffins.
They show you their muffins.
Show you the muffin.
They show you their muffins.
And I love to eat them.
Now, listen, Kevin. You know damn well that it's like cantaloupe, or like honeydew. When you get down there and you just use a spoon.
Yeah.
And when you go to town, now do you use a spoon like you do on honeydew and watermelon and honeydew? You don't do that?
I kick it old school.
No, I mean you don't put any like sugar down there.
I don't need it.
You don't need sugar down there.
There's no sugar there.
With like some tongue, Okay.
Well, that's what I tell you. I know a guy who never eats tongue.
Yeah.
Never eats tongue.
Well, you get a little athlete's tongue too. If it's not clean.
I have a friend who never eats tongue. He was in a restaurant. They offered him some tongue at a delicatessen, and he says, "I won't eat anything that comes out of the mouth of a cow."
Is that right?
So the waitress says, "Well, what will you have?" He goes, "Well, I'll have some hard-boiled eggs."
Okay. There you go. I tell you, this is Henry. Now, you see me a couple times on TV. I'm a very old man that likes to show my hind parts. Well, I remember screwing this woman back in 1972. She got me all so high, and she got me so hard, and I felt like I wanted to give her a rhapsodize. I wanted to rhapsodize and tantalize her hind parts. I'm so blue, I have to gum all my food. I have no teeth. Sometimes when I fart, my fart overwhelms me, and it overwhelms everybody in the room. You know what you say? Don't you agree there?
I agree with that.
Do you really?
Yes.
Okay.
But I have to ask Henry a question.
Ask me a question.
Now, I know back in 72, 79, 82, however long you've been doing the women, but is it better to do them back then or is it better to do them now?
It's always good to do it at any time of the day. I take them over the sink. I put them over the sink and powwow them over the sink, run the water. I say, baby, now Henry's going to give it to you up the backside. You ready, baby? No. Well, here you go. Now put your hands and palms on the sink counter. Okay? We're going to run the sink, and I'm going to bend you over the sink, and I'm going to do it to you, baby. Like Gimpin style, or what's that song? Gimp style. Yeah, I don't know what I'm talking about. But anyway, I'm gonna bend you over backwards, and I'm gonna
Gangnam style.
Gimp style. I'm gonna stick it in you, and you're gonna like it. Oh yes, you know what Henry likes.
Now I heard Henry. Now I don't know if this is a rumor or not, but Henry, did you do back in '77 or '76 during the match game days? Did you do Brett Summers?
Well, now I can't kiss and tell everything there, sir. If it moves, I'll screw it. But sometimes I'll put on a light socket and screw it too. I'm kind of fascinated with gerbils. Like Richard Gere. I like to play with those little gerbils and my hind parts. You know what I'm talking about. I love to pet those little gerbils, but Brett Summers, she had a yeast infection. Yeah, she had a yeast infection. You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
I heard back in the day you had an affair with Phyllis Diller.
Well, now, let me tell you about Phyllis.
Because she loved gerbils too.
Phyllis was very on time. Phyllis would I would change her light socket every now and then. And
That's how she got her hair that way.
And I would rotate her tires, too. And it was all a wonderful thing. Excuse me for a second, ladies and gentlemen. Henry's got to make make a movement right here. Thank you, Cleveland. I gotta have one more time, one more sounding. I gotta let it out. Help me, folks. Whoa, God. They work hard so you don't have to.
That clean the studio.
Is that Cleveland Steamer?
It might be a Cleveland Steamer. I don't know. It might very well be.
Funky Sanchez.
Hey, I want to talk. I want you to channel Gerald Ford for me. Talk to me, Gerald. How do you feel about down there? Are you burning in hell, or are you in the pearly gates there, Gerald?
You know, let me tell you about my wife, Betty. She did all the drinking, and I did all the stumbling around. Also, let me tell you, 99 times out of 10, where was I? You know, the Russians have no interest in Poland in Eastern Europe. Where am I? Am I still alive?
I think you're pretty much down in the ground right now. That's where I think you're at.
No.
And University of Michigan football sucks.
Yeah. Hey, speaking of you know, I finally found something.
What'd you find?
Next time somebody says "Gorgeous George sucks," just yell out "Lips."
I don't care what some other man thinks about me, Kevin. Now, do you really care what some other man thinks about you?
No.
Even if the man, pretty much put on a nightie and put on some pantyhose and told you, "Let's go to bed," would you care? I mean, if you really, really got...
Only if he shaved his beard.
Okay.
Now, let me tell you something.
Vince, how would you feel about that?
Disgusting.
You wouldn't play... I mean, you wouldn't be tantalized, but with some other man coming up to you in a nightie.
That would be absolutely horrible.
Wait. Is this San Francisco night here? Let me tell you something. Let me tell you something.
Nah, we can't...
George, I'd like...
to be politically correct here, so excuse me.
Politically correct.
That's right.
Now, what I'd like to know... tell me about this documentary. Now, supposedly I'm in this documentary.
Kevin, man, you must have some Alzheimer's going on right now.
Yeah, I do because I actually saw a bit of it. I saw like about 3 or 4 minutes of it.
Yeah.
And I was totally disgusted by it.
Why were you disgusted?
Because it didn't have my favorite actor in it.
Yeah. Well,
didn't have enough of me in it.
To appreciate, take it for the team. And learn to appreciate because it was, and you were put in the mix of it too.
Okay.
You saw the
Do I say something funny? Do I say anything funny?
I don't know.
Oh, everything I say is funny. What am I talking about? Everything I said was funny.
Yeah, I don't
Exactly.
know. I have no idea.
In fact, I was so funny. I was with somebody that was so dull and boring the other day that.
Who was that? May I ask?
No, I'll tell you what happened.
Who was that?
The people were so. Hated that person so much that they were booing that person even after I got out. In fact, I was out there for about 10 minutes, and they were still booing the person that was there before me. It was all...
Did this have something to do with Chelsea Rain? Oh, whoops. Did I say
Nice woman.
Very nice woman. Okay.
Nice woman.
But you're still wasting your time there, aren't you?
I waste my time. Constantly wasting.
You said you're wasting your time.
Yeah, look at that. What time is it now?
Have you had this is not a waste right here. No, but have you had a speaking role yet?
No, but I tell you what I do. I tell you what I do. I balance it out by appearing on the radio and not showing my face. There I'm there just for my looks.
Okay.
Here I'm here for my personality.
You've had more. Come on.
I'm here for my personality.
I'm not going to. All I'm going to say is when we were there, and I'm just. And Vince, I don't know what your affiliation. If you're still helping out with that.
No, I only just did it once.
Yeah, that was a complete waste of time, wasn't it?
Well, let me tell you something. I've been in so many movies. Most of it is a waste of time. It's sitting around.
I don't want to put you on a spot, but
you know what? I only just did it once because that's all the time I had. Because I had to do other things.
Yeah.
Movies are not waste of time. They activate your brain.
Yeah.
No,
but Bo, when we were there, all three of us were there, and we were spending about close to 8 hours sitting around, and they kept doing
sitting around as extras.
We were supposed to have speaking roles.
Yeah.
We were supposed to have, and they did the same scene 8 different times, and then they stopped and came back, and I said,
they got to select the best scene.
Right.
But none of them had us in it.
But then, from what I understand, it was still the same old thing.
Boom, we would have done
weeks later. This woman has got her stuff on Kindle. She's got her stuff on other stuff, and she had an opportunity to come on our show, which she refused to do. Come on our show to kind of promote her, kind of give her some structure, and she didn't do that, So I mean,
there's a lot of women like that.
No, but I'm just saying though, it was wasting our time. Constantly wasting our time, and they're just doing this movie, and over and over again.
Men that are all like that. One day they're totally agreeable, the next day they're thinking negative.
Yeah, well, I'm just saying.
One day they're totally not agreeable, and the next day they're even worse.
Yeah. I'm just saying point blank, and I'm just going to say it because I feel like saying it. Chelsea Rain, you need to. You should have came on our show.
Yeah.
And basically,
she'd be
your
Steven Spielberg now.
Production is garbage. Thank you. Did I say that? Yeah, garbage.
Steven Spielberg.
No, actually, I meant okay. That's how you feel.
I want Steven Spielberg on our show.
Well,
I love being.
I will pay you when you get a speaking role. I'll pay you $50.
Thank you.
Okay.
Thank you very much.
That'll probably be next to never.
And then also, I've been in lots of movies. I've been in John Adams.
$1,000 now.
Yeah.
Give me $1 a week until it's all paid
$1 a
up.
week. Okay.
Let me tell you something.
Yeah, speaking role.
No, I have never had a speaking role in a major film. I'm in John Adams. I'm in Lassie. You could see me in all the movies.
Are you playing Lassie?
I'm with Lassie in the scene. Which kind of neat.
Are you like riding Lassie or
no?
Okay.
I was in my 30s at the time. But you know what? The neat thing about these movies is that they say you're famous.
Around trying to catch Lassie.
Always trying to catch Lassie. Okay.
You're famous.
Hey, listen, you need a mic.
I'm only good for 15.
Go and grab that mic back there.
Everyone's famous 15 minutes, and I said, well, maybe my 15 minutes have all ran up. And then I said, no, I'm here for 10 seconds in this movie, 3 seconds for this movie. Yeah. I mean, I got a whole career ahead of me. I've barely gone. I don't think I'm at the 45-second mark yet. So and then we're talking about 30 years already. Right. So.
Well, anyway, I don't know. This is the Gorgeous George Show back on the radio. Yes, it is. What? And you need to take some notes, buddy.
I didn't.
So, did you ever catch Lassie?
I've seen Lassie. Lassie's always played.
Did you ever catch Lassie?
To be honest with you, I'm not.
We know you were running after, but did you ever catch Lassie?
I'm more of a people person.
You're a people person.
What's weird is that I know.
Okay, but your character in Lassie was what was your character about?
My character, I play a 33-year-old man in the country. I'm not kidding you. And they paired me with a little girl that must have been 14 years old playing my
So they
wife.
paired you as a pedophile?
Well, it's the country. What are you doing? It's a family movie, but I guess
I told you were chasing Lassie.
You look past that. No, wait a minute. It's very much an older man and younger woman like Jerry Lee Lewis.
Was that Lassie or was that Glassy?
Or Woody Allen and his girlfriend, or one of
I swear I just heard a song about this.
Yes. Anyway,
is Woody Allen.
Now talking about that Pharrell song, we're talking about it because I'm happy. No, because I'm gassy, and we gotta sit down there, and next week I want to have my version of that song.
Yeah.
Because I'm gassy. I'm happy. I want to hit something every time I hear that song.
I am sick of that song.
Yeah, I am too. But like I said, the good version of that song would be I'm gassy. Because I'm gassy, because my butt cheeks flap, because I'm gassy, I eat broccoli. Anyway, I got to think of the words to use.
That might be top 10. That's good for you.
Yeah. What makes you gassy?
I think I could make some arrangements.
Let me tell you something.
Okay.
People talk about broccoli being gassy. Let me tell you something. Yeah. The drive-through at McDonald's is much more gassy than
yes, it is.
With broccoli.
Well,
anything else in the produce section.
Let's talk about farts. Basically, the true center of farts. Basically, when you fart very hard. Mm-hmm. When we all fart, we fart very hard when we fart. We thought about our fart, really fart, and I tell you what, we fart, and our fart make you want to fart too. Now tell us now. And of course, now the smelly one, the most smelliest fart, is the one that's silent, the fart that's very silent and deadly.
High-pitched, squealy, silent.
So anyway, and then you got the fart that's loud like a trumpet. Yeah,
they call it the trouser trumpet.
The trouser trumpet. Okay. Well, now, aren't you're pretty good at that, playing the game, right? Playing the fart game, right?
No.
Can you?
Terrible at it.
I thought you were pretty good at it.
No, I have a healthy diet.
Well, no, I mean, no.
You know, you never get six-pack abs at the drive-through at Burger King.
No.
That is
You have to
true.
go to McDonald's. There's salad.
I thought that you could, sing a note or sing a tune. You know? I
Not,
thought you could sing a flagellating tune.
not very good
Man,
at
so
it.
you're pretty good with
I
that.
don't know that. I don't know that song. Don't even sing the words.
Don't sing the words.
Yeah,
Well, now, what would you
what?
all think? Like, would you all think that a silent one would be the most deadly one, or you think the one that you could hear would be the most deadly?
Of course, silent.
Silent?
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
But it's just like what I was always telling Kevin. Is like the only time that I would go to McDonald's is just to use the bathroom.
Right.
The only time I go to McDonald's, and then just to be lay a whatever.
No, but I mean, just imagine. Now, of course, just imagine you go to the bathroom, you go to like a stall or whatever, and all of a sudden you hear this man serenading you. You have to let it out. You have a bowel movement. Let it out. And, what's that?
No, I know the song you're thinking. It's called "Let It Go." Let
If
it
we
go.
hear
Let
that
it go.
song,
Let
then
it
we
go.
know the old man is in the building.
Frozen. Yeah.
Yeah.
I know. I hear little girls sing it all the
But
time.
I'm
Now
saying,
that's what it's about.
But like
Yes.
you're on the stool, you're in the whatever, like a grocery store, you're in a restaurant, and a fine dining restaurant, let's say, and the toilet is made out of gold. It's made out of gold, like Mary. What's that restaurant in Short Pump?
Nacho Mamas.
No.
I don't know.
Mary Angelo's or whatever. Anyway,
Oh, that's fancy. That bucket of blood.
So you're sitting there, and you're hearing it drip. You're hearing drip.
All of a sudden, I got really, really hungry.
Yeah, you got drip,
Yeah.
drip. What the hell is going on? Is it it's the faucet? No, and you're just going there and you're trying to squeeze it out, making sure you got enough toilet paper too, and then you start hearing this song being played.
Yeah.
Shit till your heart's content. Let it drop, let it shit. Whether it be pellets or logs, let it out, let it in.
I feel like I'm on the Howard Stern show.
Anything to do with the anus, just anything.
Yes.
Anyway.
See, but what I'm saying is, Lo, and they have that in these fine dining establishments. And
Well, they better. For the prices they charge, they should.
Yeah.
Let me tell you something.
Now, this is no lie. Paper Moon. I don't want to give any. They have a man. They got a man in the bathroom.
That's why you don't get hepatitis at that place. Hepatitis C.
After you go to the bathroom, right? And and you're shaking it and you wash your hands.
Yeah.
He gives you a breath mint. He said, "Sir, here's a moist towelette.
Yeah.
And here's a breath mint."
Crab's optional.
Hey, have you heard the new recording artist whose name is Anus?
Anus? Okay, I never heard of
He
it.
sings a song about Brainus.
Brainus.
Now,
Okay.
if you go to talk about public bathrooms, you mentioned McDonald's. Starbucks, I never understood. They serve nothing but coffee all day at that
Right.
place, and then you go into their bath. You actually have to sneak in. They usually have a lock on the door if it's like in a big city like New York or something. There's like room for one person. There's actually a longer line sometimes to go into the bathroom at Starbucks than there is actually to get coffee at Starbucks.
Well, I mean, that's the way you got to let it out.
And then they're starting to serve. In the big cities, they serve alcohol in the big cities and at Starbucks, and they have this drink that they're not, just like the coffee, makes you regular. They actually have a drink.
Makes you regular or irregular?
So if they're serving alcohol, do they call that place the Star Drunks?
No, it's Star Drunks. Yeah, let me tell you. So what happens is they have this new drink at Starbucks. It's part orange juice, part vodka, and part milk of magnesia.
Right.
It's called a Phillips screwdriver.
I got you. Well, and yeah.
Don't think that's anything I want to put through my anus.
Well, listen. I don't know. Like I said, but they use all that toilet paper, and all that toilet paper is made out of velvet or whatever. There's like purple velvet, and you rub it and you scrub, and then they have like a really scenty smell on the toilet paper. And
Not for long.
yes, yeah.
Does it make the nipple sensitive? That's what I want to
Well, it just might. But I mean, it's the
What
point.
if they are pierced up?
Pierced top?
Pierced up, man.
Yeah,
The nipples are all pierced up. Do they
man.
still get all sensitive?
Yeah, well, you just got to put your teeth on there, and just nip and
man.
tuck it. That's a different story now. We're talking about bottle-fed babies and have the experience that you got. I'm going to talk about that.
Yeah.
Okay.
But going back to the velvet toilet paper, this nice scent, even though it's wiping out shite. wiping out shit out of someone's anus, it's still a toilet paper that's scented. So after you finish wiping, then your asshole is scented. Whether it be your asshole scented to be lime, lemon, but it's a flavor. It's like raspberry or cherry.
Oh, that's nice. So that sets you up for the next fart, right?
Yeah, well, don't you know?
And it's nothing like a nice scented fart.
But the worms in there, they're going to be so happy when they smell all those limes, you know.
George, it doesn't. That toilet paper you're talking about doesn't clean the whole ass, just the asshole.
But Kevin, the ass is whole. The ass is very whole. Okay.
Now, let me tell you, it doesn't clean the whole ass, just the asshole.
Okay, Red Fox.
That's why that guy said bang-holio, bang.
Now, like I said, let's talk about nipples. We're talking about nipples, Now, okay,
nipples?
Out of the four of us now, okay, how many were you all?
Never.
How many were breastfed as a baby? Were you breastfed as a baby, Vince?
Two falsies.
Vince? No?
Breastfed, two
Were you
falsies.
breastfed as a baby?
My mother had some really, really big nipples.
So you were breastfed?
No, I was nipple fed.
Okay. Well, there you go.
I wasn't breastfed.
But, okay,
My mother just wanted me as a friend.
Listen. I was a bottle-fed baby, okay? They used to cook the milk, make sure the milk is formulated.
Yep.
And I was a bottle-fed baby. Now, when everybody's talking about going on an airplane and whatnot, and you see they're talking about condemning these women breastfeeding their babies. I would have no problem in these women breastfeeding their babies because they need some milk,
I understand that. But, they'll be the first ones to tell you, it's like, why are you looking at me breastfeeding my baby? You're the one that got the whole entire breast out there.
Yes, that's a very, very good question because I would walk up and say, ma'am, listen, that baby is sure enjoying that milk. Mm-hmm. I see that baby, he's got a big smirk on his face. You know what? Let's move that baby's head aside for right now. I was a bottle-fed baby, don't you know? And I was a bottle-fed baby, and I desire, matter of fact, I demand you to put your nipple in front of my face so I can have a sip of the nip.
It is so, so sad that you never tasted your mommy's milk.
Yeah, well, that's all right. But
sad.
That's okay.
It's sweet.
That's
it's
okay.
Nice, it's nice, sweet.
But I said,
it's like
ma'am,
carnation.
You're probably younger than me. I don't care. I said, I demand for you to take your nipple out so I can put my mouth on there and have some milk. I said, gosh doggone it, I'm going to have some milk. Give me a sip of that nip and give me some of that milk. Yummy, yummy, yum, 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 yum.
Why don't you suck on a coconut and get the milk out of that thing?
Well, now, are you talking from experience?
It's a nice hairy
Well,
boob.
It's almost...
Are you sure that wasn't the bear's balls you were looking at?
It looks like a bear's balls.
But now, Kevin, have you played that instrument down there?
What
No?
instrument? I don't know what you're talking
The flute? You play the flute?
The skin flute?
Yeah, you play that skin flute
No.
before? Okay.
No.
You sure? Okay. Just checking. All right, but like I said,
yeah, I don't.
you know? Okay. Okay, that's good. That's good to hear. That's nice to hear. Okay, anyway. This is Walter Cronkite.
Hooray!
I was a newsman, and I was a booze man. My ding-dong was foot long. Zippity-doo-dah, zippity-a. Won't you take a sip? Let me pee in your face. I would love to do that. I'm a newsman, and I'm a booze man. Zippity-doo-dah, zippity-a. It's a foot long.
Wow, now, Mr. Cronkite, I'm glad you're here.
I'm glad we're having a seance, evidently.
That's right.
But I am glad Mr. Cronkite is here because I was wondering, during his news career, did you ever go drinking out with Harry Carey?
Well, I don't know. I just know that when I go ahead and get all the news, that's when I go ahead and booze. I news and I booze and I snooze and I lose. What you do? But that's what I do. Zippity-doo-dah, zippity-yay. This is Walter Cronkite. Get down, get funky with Walter.
What do you mean, boozing with Walter Cronkite? Are you talking about Wrigley Field? Take me out to the ball game.
You're drunk.
Yes, you are drunk. At least you
are
sound
drunk.
You sound better than Ozzy Osbourne.
That's right. All right.
What does it sound like Ozzy Osbourne?
Is that right?
Hey, man, Sean, come here. Come here, I think I got my reader in my zipper again.
If you've ever seen Ozzy Osbourne sing "Take Me Out to the Ball Game" at Wrigley Field, it's the funniest thing ever.
Is it better than Roseanne Barr?
Better.
Better than Roseanne Barr.
Better.
Okay.
You can't, put Ozzy in a dress. You couldn't tell them apart.
Man, I loved it so much, I recorded that stuff. Yeah. You should see the face on Kerry Wood looking up there. It's like, what the heck is this?
Hooray for Kerry Wood.
All right, we got a little bit more to do here in a second. What you
I want to ask Mr. Vince.
Ask Vince.
Some sports. Here's sports talk with Vince. Yeah, here we go. Let's see. Rangers are in the Stanley Cup.
Yes, they are.
And the Kings, and that's a big deal. And
Very big.
That's very exciting. The two biggest cities that don't have NFL football teams. NHL teams in the NHL teams.
Are you dissing your Giants?
No, I'm just saying. No, well, they play New Jersey.
Okay,
and
well,
the Oakland
Giants
Raiders
are still
play
New
in
York.
Oakland.
And then the Jets are New York.
They play in New Jersey.
But they're still New York. They're not New Jersey. They're New York.
They pay their taxes in New Jersey. I think the state government of New York would beg to differ. In fact, the only team that plays in New York State is the Buffalo Bills.
The Buffalo Jills.
Also,
the Buffalo Jills.
I will say New York Rangers will possibly win the Stanley Cup.
They're looking pretty good. They pretty good. And also, I saw in the paper today that at the Redskin camp,
yes,
Matthew McConaughey, famous actor, was there, and he said that he's a Redskin fan. He's like the most Texan guy possible. How could a guy grow up in Texas,
right,
and be the icon that Matthew McConaughey is in the Dallas Buyers Club and everything? Well, even in the movie he's in, has Dallas in there, and he's not up the team. That just goes to show.
It doesn't really matter because obviously he has no taste. You really want to go there now? All right.
No, I like to talk about.
Let me tell you something.
The Cowboys.
Well, you want to talk about the Cowboys?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, first of all, they're going to win the division this year.
Are you smoking crack
again?
I'm
not smoking anything. They should have won the division last year. You should have won the division last year.
Did they legalize pot in Virginia?
Shoulda.
I'm going to tell you what. I'm going to tell you what. They're going to win it, and Romo's will get a Super Bowl.
Never.
Romo will get a Super Bowl.
Romo will get a Super Bowl when he plays for the Kansas City Chiefs.
When RG0, this will be RG0's last year, Mr. Vince Newman.
That's what you said 3 years ago.
It'll be his last year. I gave him a 3-year deal.
You gave him a 3-year deal. I guarantee you this will be his best year ever.
It's gone.
And
the Cowboys will win if they get RG13.
No. RG0. RG0.
RG13?
I'll tell you what. Let me tell you something. You have to be a pocket passer. And that guy he has been.
Well, I bet the Redskins might win if they get Romo.
Yeah, trade him to the Redskins, see how well he does.
Well, I wouldn't wish that on anybody. I wouldn't wish that on anybody's mama I don't like.
Yeah.
I'll tell you what. I wouldn't wish that on your mama.
The only bowl game he'll play is the toilet bowl.
Is that okay? What kind of bowl did LT play in? The crack bowl? Yeah. LT played the smoking blood bowl. The only thing LT ever did that was good is snap Theismann's leg out. Snap Theismann's leg. That day was a beautiful day.
If Theismann, Theismann, he was on his way out anyway. So it was
was he really?
Yeah, he was.
All right, we're going to play some more music. We're going to get Bo in here next, and we're going to talk about his music. Right after this, I'm going to get a little bit of wada, and we're going to be right back in a few here at WCLM 1450 AM.
Richmond.
Pretty one, when you gonna give me some
Uh-huh.
And that's about...
All right. Well, then that's the beauty of technology right there. The technology of this thing here. Once just a crack the thing. Say that again.
It goes to show technology is full of crap.
Yeah.
When does the show
I
start?
can see that.
Does the show start soon?
Kevin, you take some notes. Take some notes. Wow.
Yeah, keep...
Now what I'm talking about.
It doesn't. It's playing like a... It's about as reliable as a 19-year-old girlfriend.
Yeah.
Or a 19-year-old boyfriend. Neither one is pretty reliable.
Maybe that track is telling you something, George.
Yeah, maybe you play it too much. You handle that too much.
Yeah.
You're handling it too much.
Yes. Yeah, I don't know what you're doing. I don't know what you're doing, George. I got Steven Spielberg sitting out here in the hallway.
Yeah.
He's waiting to come in.
You should
Yes,
clean
he
the
is.
grooves on that thing.
He's ready to come in.
Clean between the grooves on that record.
He's going to come where? He's going to come where?
He's going to come here.
Who are you talking about?
Come hither?
Yeah, going to come here.
You talking about
hither?
Come hither.
Come hither.
Steven Sphincterberg? Is that what you said? Steven Sphincterberg.
All right, damn it.
Are we on the air?
Yes.
We're on the air.
Okay.
We're
Then
on
I got.
the air
right now,
then
but we're gonna-
I'm only on page 2 of everything I want to
You
say.
on page
tonight.
2? We'll get on page 7.
Flip the page over a couple of times.
All right, we'll be right back.
since I was a kid at school. I messed around with all the rules. Apologize then, realize I'm not different after all. Me and the boys thought we had it sussed. Valentino's all of us. My dad said we look ridiculous, but boy, we broke some hearts. In and out of jobs, running free, waging war with society. Dumb blank faces stare back at me, but nothing ever changed. Promises made in the heat of the night, creeping home before it got too light. I wasted all that precious time and blamed it on the wine. I was only joking, my dear, looking for a way to hide my fear. What kind of fool was I? I could never win, never win. Never found a compromise. Collected lovers like butterflies. Illusions of that grand first prize are slowly wearing thin. Susie, baby, you were good to me, giving love unselfishly, but you took it all too seriously. I guess it had to end. I was only joking, my dear, looking for
heaven is never clear, but I'll tell you what you want to hear. I'll try to give you all you want, but giving love is not my strongest point. If that's the case, it's pointless going on. I'd rather be alone. 'Cause what I'm doing must be wrong, pouring my heart out in a song, owning up for prosperity for the
whole damn world to see.
Quietly now, while I turn a page, Act 1 is over without costume change. The principal would like to leave the stage. The crowd don't understand.
Who's got the contract? I got the contract. All right, here we go. Woo! All right, that's a little Rod Stewart there. And I was only joking, my dear. All right, it is 11 o'clock here at 1450 WCLM. This is the talk that's going on right here. And it was, and someone said that they just drove by the station and gave us the thumbs down. Piss on them. If you're listening to you, piss on you. Thank you very much. And I said that. And come on by the station again, and I'll say piss on you to your face. Thank you very much.
Well, you going to piss on their face? That's so.
That's right. All right, guys. Now, yes.
It's better to have a boo than to have nothing at all.
Well, give me nothing at all, because nothing at all, I could go with that. All right, listen, we're going to do it right now. Bo, come on up here and get on the microphone. Well, you're on the microphone, make a mic too. And we're going to talk to you about some stuff going on with your music career.
Check,
music career. Now, we're going to play a little track here, but I want you to talk to us about what's going on. You obviously have a CD that's out. How many tracks do you have now?
I have right at 7.
7 tracks.
Yeah, 7 songs.
Oh, well, we got a little echo going on here.
It's definitely online.
There's an echo, so we have like a delay system going on. Kevin is playing the actual computer right now, and we're on delay. Kevin, can elaborate on that for us, please. What are you doing over there?
I didn't know if we were going on the air, and we are. So carry
WCLM.
Work your brilliance, Mr. George.
I'm hearing my voice, and it's like, oh my gosh. I mean, I'm actually talking, and I'm hearing my voice in the background. It's like, man,
stereo.
It gets me hard. All right, so
we need 2 gorgeous Georges.
I know.
WCLM Radio online.
I thought this thing was pirated.
yeah. Well, Vince, don't think too much, man, because you'll strain yourself. All right, go ahead. So you have 7 tracks?
I have 7 tracks right now. Working on 8, 9, and 10.
Okay. Now, what is your best song on the track?
Right now, I have a rock and roll song that's pretty good called "Ride My Love Train." I also have another song called "Every Girl
Needs a Hoe."
No. It's "Everybody Needs a Girl to Love."
Okay.
Short term, "Everybody Needs a Girl."
Okay.
I also have one on there called the Cabbie Song, which is this version that you have on the CD here is called the Cabbie Bounce, and it's actually a little dance song.
We're going to get into that. Now, we're going to talk about this, and I don't want to give these people the spotlight, but we're going to talk about it. Rocco Bodo, or Boti, in California, took your song, one of your songs that you did, and reverbed it. Some troll in California. You like ruining it?
I really thought what he did was hilarious.
Okay.
And I'm all about it. If you want to make fun of something, it's going to bring attention to something that I'm doing. So
right.
That's
But taking something that you have and kind of twisting it a little bit. I mean, if you gave him permission, that would be one thing.
He did his own version. I didn't give him permission, but he really didn't use my specs. So he did his own thing. So I'm about it. Whatever.
You're fine with that.
I'm fine with it.
Okay. I don't know.
Somebody actually did a music video. They had several computers lined up around their flat and went in and out of the house dancing, doing the step to the Cabbie song that was actually off the chain. And I thought that was even more hilarious than Rocco Bodo.
Okay. Well, it's like I said, I wasn't aware, but I just.
What if Weird Al Yankovic did something? Would you like that?
Well, I mean, you know,
That would be, yeah.
that would be a little. I mean, that would be a little bit differently because the man is paid his dues, and that would be a form of flattery rather than having some person that has not even
Some
a relevancy
goofball.
to be able to do that without asking permission. If they ask permission, then that's one thing to talk about.
Some chiseler.
You know?
Some quisling.
Some Quisling, like Quislings. Yeah, Kevin, you know about those Quislings, don't you? Right? Those Awa, Mr. Awa. Yeah. How many meals has Awa missed lately? Do you know? Yeah. Ah. All right, we're going to play a little bit of this. What track should we play? Bo.
Track number 1, let me see, track number 2, and track number 5.
All right, 1, 2, and 5. All right, here's the compilation from Mr. Bo right here. And the first song is
Ride My Love Train.
Ride the Love Train here on WCLM. WCLLLLM 14 to 14 14 50 50 50 50. Yeah, this is Barry White. Here you go at 1450 WCLM. You know what Barry likes.
Wonder of it all.
wanted in my world. I would you have a need for a girl? Sexual attraction applied to my world. I would you have a need for a girl? I would you have a need for a girl? Everybody needs a girl love all night long. 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 1, 2, 3, hot bodies in a row. No bad, she mama listen to my flow. Get it down right, baby, put it on the show. Give it that love like you just don't know. If you got the moves, you gotta get blown. Make me love it, baby, get it all night long. Everybody needs a girl love all night long. Everybody needs a girl love all night long. I would you have a need for a girl? Opposite attraction, wanted in my world. I would you have a need for a girl? Sexual attraction, wanted in my world. I would you have a need for a girl? I would you have a need for a girl? Everybody needs a girl love all night long. 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 Everybody needs a girl to love all night long. Everybody needs a girl 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 love all night long. Cruising up the street in my taxi cab, looking for the people that might wanna pay my fares. From all walks of life, yeah, they come and they go, telling different stories about the life that they know. Love the many types of reaction that they show, but I tell the same story. I've got nothing to hide, drinking up the disbelief that might come from their mind. It's true and real, even though you think I lied. Moving, grooving, dancing to the music, singing, rhyming, dancing to the music, bowling, grinding, dancing to the music. Come on everybody and do the catty bounce. Come on everybody and do the catty bounce. Get on down with me and do the catty bounce. Riding up Main from the bottom to the fan, the meter running up, gotta pay the man. The women are sexy and they make you laugh. Drunk and hot, gotta bring them to the pad. Flirting with me just cause I'm a sexy man. I entertain them with the rhymes that I have. They tip me real nice and they always wanna jam. I love the connection, I say thank you, ma'am. Moving, grooving, dancing to the music, singing, rhyming, dancing to the music, bowling, grinding, dancing to the music. Come on everybody and do the catty bounce. Come on everybody and do the catty bounce. Get on down with me and do the catty bounce. You're stuck somewhere and you don't have a ride. Just give me a call, I'll pick you up on the side. I'll do my best to get you there on time. Maybe you'll appreciate that you're first in line. I don't get paid much, but I'm down with the grind. Yeah, I'm the best caddy that you find. I try to be so kind, it'll blow your mind. Putting my reputation on the line. Moving, grooving, dancing to the music, singing, rhyming, dancing to the music, bowling, grinding, dancing to the music. Come on everybody and do the catty bounce. Come on everybody and do the catty bounce. Get on down with me and do the catty bounce. Come on everybody and do the catty bounce. Come on everybody and do the catty bounce. Move your
Movie showing Wendy and Dizzy Kelly Brown. Movie showing Wendy and Dizzy Kelly Brown.
WCLM 1450, Gorgeous George, and we're talking with Bo. Bo's been on our show a few times. Now, that last song, Bo, was called what? Will everybody know
The
again?
Cabbie
The
Bounce.
bowling alley.
Cabbie Bounce. A little different variation from the Cabbie song.
Right, it is a cartoon, essentially, because I want to bring children's attention to us as they grow up as teenagers. You know, everybody's got rules and do-nots and have-nots, but, you know, children are going to party when they get teenagers. It's
Right.
going to happen. So if they know about cabs and they get in a cab and they, you know, go home in a cab versus, or personal driver versus drinking and driving,
Right.
then maybe I can say
Okay, so indirectly is a message you're giving to the children, the kiddies out there.
That's good. You look it out for the kids.
Bring attention to
Yeah.
the Cabbie song. Cabbie Bounce will bring attention to the Cabbie song,
Right.
which they'll listen to also.
Well, there you go.
You know.
You're like the
that.
cool uncle that all the kids, all the
There you go.
teenagers would ever want to have.
Well, like I said, you got some radio play there, Bo. You got some radio play there, Bo, on the show here, and we'll try to get you to get some other stations here locally
Yeah.
to play that. There's nothing. I mean, there's no parameter saying if it's rock or if it's R&B. It's kind of like a little
It's a
mix,
pop song.
a little pop song. So
There's only
no
two
R&B,
types of
pop song.
music. There's only two
Not
types of
R&B,
music:
so
good
it's-
and bad.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is, getting some more radio play was what you would want to do, and then you got the YouTube channel. Tell the people the YouTube channel.
You can look the Cabbie song up on the YouTube channel under the name Bociferus. That's Bocipherus. Bociferus.
There you go.
There you go.
Let me tell you
Just
something.
type in Cabbie song.
That's I wish they played more songs like that on the radio. Let me tell you, my radio's covered in spit because I hate the music they play on the radio.
Right.
I've never heard a good in the last 30, 40 years of anything good on the radio.
Right.
I
I got you.
mean, it's like these songs. It's like these are great one-word titles and everything. Ice-T, Ice Cube doing all this stuff. They're making millions off it. It's like you could probably sell that for millions.
Yeah,
Okay.
I tell you, you make Ice.
Well,
look
you know
like
what?
Kool-Aid.
And there you go. I like to think that I'm a singer of sorts, but I do what I can. Some songs I nail, some songs, yeah, but still.
Girls, you nail. What'd you say?
Well, I nail.
wasn't paying
There's
attention.
that's the same parallel. Some girls I nail, some girls I can't. Some girls are too snooty to you do them favors, and they want to. Anyway,
I never met a girl like that. They've all been nice.
that's right. That's right.
Everybody needs
They've
to go to live all night long.
Exactly.
Everybody needs to go to live all night
That's right.
long.
That's right. That's right.
India.
That's right. But I kind of like to. I kind of like to get into a little something, but and Bo knows what I'm talking about. But certain woman out there that could have had the opportunity to ride Space Mountain. You know what I'm saying? But she lost. She's in somewhere in the
poor
Navy
girl.
in South Carolina, whatever. To hell with her. All right, hey.
She's lucky. She's lucky if
everywhere.
Yeah.
she's lucky if a cow would jump on her bones in South Carolina.
Now, South Carolina. Now, hey, we got Hootie in the house here. Hootie, come on now, Hootie. Talk to us. Tell us about that Burger King special. Remember that?
I lost all my money from Burger King.
Oh, is that right?
I need to get some more.
Okay. No, but I actually, Hootie's gone country now.
Yes, he's been country.
Yeah, he's gone countries. I'm like, what?
Yeah.
Talking about the Wagon Wheel.
Yeah,
I don't even have that CD. That's a good song, actually.
yeah, he's
Wagon
been
Wheel.
doing country for a decade.
He lost the blow. Now, I don't know about the fish, but I think he lost the blow. Now, it's always good to blow. It's always good to have,
I was wondering why he was winking at me last week.
Okay. Oh, well, I know.
I like Hootie the Blow. I remember him in that movie where he goes, "Show me the money." He was so good in that movie.
Yeah.
And, well, anyway.
But
Hootie,
you
I saw
remember
Hootie
the
at-
Bacon Crisp burger he used to sing at the Burger King's commercial he used to do?
Nah,
Cheddar Ranch. You remember that?
I don't
Yeah,
know anything
yeah.
about Burger King. I've never eaten there. I've never eaten.
I thought you were Kevin. You're their mascot, man. What are you talking about?
Burger, the King.
You're Junior King. You're the
I can
Junior
make his
King.
Money. I've seen the commercial.
Yeah.
But I've never seen Hootie on there. Now, Hootie I saw at Innsbruck once at the Hootie and the Blowfish concert. Yeah, but I haven't seen him since there's no more Blowfish.
No
you know, let me tell you about Hootie.
Someone just farted. Who was that? Vince, did you just fart?
Nope,
on.
wasn't
You fart?
me.
Someone just farted in here.
I just want to know how it was to act in the movie The Hobbit.
The Hobbit. Oh, let me tell you about The Hobbit.
You did a great job, man. I mean, what do you think you did?
Yeah, I especially like nailing Liv Tyler. Bootala, 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 boot.
There you go. Listen,
She said the only trouble is you had to dim the lights very low because if you saw her in the wrong light, she looked like her father.
Yeah. Right. Hey, listen out there. If you want more of the Gorgeous George show on this station, you want us more. I know we do the radio, we do the TV show. That's what we're famous for. 20 years of the Gorgeous George show, 20 years. If you want us to do some radio and you want to advertise to pay for the funds for me to be doing my show on a weekly basis here at 1450 WCLM, you tell Preston Brown, you tell the affiliates here at WCLM that you want Gigi every single week with the entourage, with Kayla Czar and Vinnie Mac and Mr. Bo. We want all the characters here. We want them. Action side, Yeah, Mr. Bo.
Oh, wait a minute. We have Jim Ucrop on the phone.
Jim Ucrop.
And he says he'll pay $80 not to have you on the air.
Is that right? Yeah. Well, you saw what happened to Mr. Jim Ucrop in his Ucrop store, right? You remember that story, don't you?
Yeah. He's like, in fact, he actually said it'll take him it'll take him a couple of days to get to $80, but he's good for it.
Kevin, I'm going to look at you, and we're going to talk in code here for a second. Just want to skim around this. Do you want to discuss what happened last week?
No.
Morse code.
Okay.
No, I don't talk about it.
Okay. No.
I never talk about my
I want
private
to
life.
say something to that effect.
No.
If you would allow me to. No.
We'll talk what you say, but you'd be lucky if I say anything.
You're not going to say anything?
I don't say anything.
Okay.
Well, I'm only here for jokes.
Why don't you want to talk about your marriage?
Because she thinks I'm married.
Just because your honeymoon went up.
Well, here's the deal. Well, I'm going to talk around. I'm going to not bring that up, but I'm going to talk about it in a certain way. 20 years that we've been doing this show, and I don't really care so much about what people might think about me personally. I wake up in the bed in the morning and I feel good about myself. If I'm not with that certain woman, I can take the Vaseline and pleasure myself. So it's not really a big deal about all of that. I'm happy with myself and what I do. That being said, everybody is a critic and everybody has their deal, and I want to kind of
Only you do it the way you like it the best.
Yeah, well, that's right. Only you can prevent forest fires, said Smokey the Bear. But that being said,
Smokey the Bear's middle name is The.
Okay, all right. I don't know if it's The or if it's Puff the Magic, whatever. But the deal is, and then I lost my train of thought here. But yeah, the same battle we have, and then 20 years we're doing the show. It's we're the battleship, and we have piss ants out there that like to throw spitballs at the battleship, and they do that on a constant basis. And there's a thing out there called troll mania. There's little trolls out here. They want to pop their heads out and steal intellectual property and all that good stuff, and we've been fighting it. Let me say it right now. I'm going to say it again. This show is copyright in Washington, D.C. It is under Vintage Valentine Inc. Productions, entitled The Gorgeous George Show. So therefore, intellectual property is registered with the Library of Congress. This was done back in 2012. So any of you malcontents or pissants or pieces of shite, I'm being nice, wanted to upload and try to steal intellectual property that's not yours, you will be sued and prosecuted by the full extent of the law. Okay? That's where that goes down to. And I'm going to have to say that.
In fact,
All emphasis on that.
It's very nice what you said that this show is under intellectual property. I never heard this show and intellectual used in the same sentence.
Kevin,
and also,
Kevin, let me give you a full lobotomy, and then you'll understand what I'm saying.
Are you sure this mic is on?
It's in the Library of Congress. That's pretty wild.
That's right, man.
That's great.
You out there dancing in the Bob Dole mask to take your time and do it right. Or no, actually the John McCain mask.
Yeah, and that's great.
That's
the
right.
Library of Congress.
Yeah.
It's great to know that a guy who still owes all this money from unpaid library books now has something in the Library of Congress to show them up.
Unpaid library books. You have unpaid library books?
Well, yeah, when I was a kid. Okay. I still couldn't find the seven Chinese
we're going to channel that librarian right now.
95-year-old woman got
15
years.
And the pokey little puppy. I'm still looking for that book.
Kevin, you opened up a can of worms And I got my crystal ball right here, and we're going to channel the librarian right now. What's her name, Miss Gregory? She's coming to you right now.
Uh-oh.
Oh, yeah, the librarian. Mrs. Gregory.
How dare you steal these library books? You stole these books, and I'm here, I'm dead, but I'm going to haunt your ass. Why in the hell did you pay for them, or bring them back to the library, Kay Lazar?
Let me tell you something. Let me tell you something, Mrs. Gregory. You're never getting those books back. You're never getting you're never getting Lady Charlie's Lover back because that book by D.H. Lawrence, because
You
the
don't
pages
know
are all
what
sticking
I'd
together.
do to you. I'm talking from the ground, but I'm going to haunt your ass every single day. Miss Gregory was a librarian, and I remember you. You were loud and obnoxious in our library, and I didn't appreciate you stealing our books. You even stole the Playboy books, didn't you? The sniff and smell ones. How dare you?
Actually,
Or was it Playgirl?
No, let me tell you, it was Playboy. And let me tell you something that was really funny about Playboy. I would steal them from the library, Mrs. Gregory, and then I would bring them to my school bus and rent them out for $1 a minute to my friends.
I will haunt you, Kayla. Kevin, hello, Kevin. I will hunt you. I will come after you with a butcher blade, with a butcher knife. You will pay for that one way or the other.
Yeah. She fading out. That's the way.
You see now, Kevin.
I'm still here.
Kevin,
I'm the winner.
Listen, Kevin.
You're dead. I'm still alive.
Kevin, I don't want to have spirits on my radio, man. You bring that. You should have said that, because now
Spirits on the radio.
Yeah, because now we're going to be haunted.
Mrs. Gregory, I remember her first. She was Hortense Gregory. That was her name.
Haunted the spirits.
Vince?
If this place is haunted, I'm getting out of here.
Okay. It might just be haunted, you know?
Wait a minute. A celebrity guest, Patrick Swayze walked.
He walked.
Oh, all right. Come on in, Patrick Swayze.
He didn't even need the door. He just walked through the wall. It was very wild. Now you watch the movie Ghost. He really is a ghost. It's really
Yeah,
sad.
he is.
Talk about yourselves for a minute.
All right.
All right.
And now we're taking over this show.
All right.
I don't know how we can do it. Well, you know what I saw in the
What did you see?
Richmond Times-Dispatch?
Yeah.
Sunday's paper.
You still read that? How about that?
Yeah, it's like, I'm surprised.
I only look at I only read the one ads.
Well, they got a big article about the stadium ordeal.
Yeah.
Whether it's going to be in the Boulevard or if it's going to be in Shockoe Bottom.
They're building it in my backyard. It's really weird.
Good. No, I'm not coming to the
right next to the shed.
I'm not coming to the stadium.
And where the kids used to have the swing set.
Where they're going to build it?
Well, they don't know yet, because either they're going to build it at Shockoe Bottom or they're going to build it back on the Boulevard. Right now, the people who are supposed to build it on the Boulevard all backed out. So they're thinking about building it in Shockoe Bottom.
I'll tell you what they should do.
Which is the
They
best.
should drain the lake at Bird Park.
It would
and
be
build it there.
a good idea, but
Yes.
see, the problem is now where they want to build this thing, they want to build it behind the train station.
Yeah.
Right behind the train station on 15th, right near Rouge, right kind of near Rouge.
Right.
And they want to build it, but the problem is there's no space for it.
They'll make space.
I mean, there's
They'll
really
make
no
space.
space for it. What they probably should do is take the boulevard, knock the one on the boulevard down, and build a new stadium.
No,
stadium
I would never put another stadium on that stinking boulevard.
Well, that's where we do our show on the boulevard, man. What are you talking about? So you ought to salute the boulevard.
Oh, I like the boulevard. You know, the boulevard is for
they have a
us.
statue, for it.
Yeah, the boulevard's for us.
Where it is right now is perfect, right in where the highway exits. Is a good spot.
Well, you talk about Monument Avenue? You know, I heard they're building a new...
I agree about the boulevard. I would think, when I saw where they were going to put it at, right behind the train station, they would knock out a lot of historical area there, knock out some of those bars down there. So it would be really
please.
impossible. No. But knock down what they have on the boulevard after the season, and it would take them not a few months to build a new
And the worst,
All those
part
adult
about
bookstores.
that is, during baseball season, if you get a flood down there, the games are going to be off.
Exactly.
It's going to flood down anywhere. If you get heavy rain, it's going to flood everywhere.
No,
they can play
down
water.
there,
They can play water polo.
I will tell you this. Baltimore had the same problem because they were planning on building the ballpark down in Cannon Yards. That was another area that flooded really badly. But Baltimore got everything fixed.
Vince, hey, listen. Now, you have a new rap song, don't you?
Well, I don't know.
Yeah, you do.
I don't know.
You have a new rap song, and we're going to play it right now.
All right.
My phone going. Hold on.
Radio TV. Have you ever met a girl that you tried to date, but a year to make love she wanted you to wait? Let me tell you a story of my situation. I was talking to this girl from the U.S. nation. The way that I met her was on tour at a concert. She had long hair and a short miniskirt. I just got on stage dripping, pouring with sweat. I was walking through the crowd, and guess who I met? I whispered in her ear, come to the picture booth so I can ask you some questions to see if you're 100 proof. I asked her her name, she said blah blah blah. She had 9, 10 pants and a very big bra. I took a couple of flicks and she was confused. I said, how do you like this? She said I was very amused. I started to want she started throwing back mirrors. But when I sprung the question, she had to kind of strange. Then when I asked, do you have a man? She tried to pretend. She said, no I don't, I only have a friend.
That damn friend, I don't want to hear about that. I don't hear about that. You got what I need. And but you say he's just a friend. And you say he's just a friend. Oh, baby, you got what I need. And I want to say you're just a friend. I want to say you're just a friend. Oh, baby, you. My God. Got what I need. But you say he's just a friend. But you say he's just a friend.
So I took Barbara's word for it. At this time, I thought just having a friend couldn't be no crime. Cause I have friends, and that's a fact. Like Agnes, Agatha, Jermaine, Jack. Forget about that, let's go into the story about a girl named blah 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 that adore me. So we started talking, getting familiar, spending a lot of time so we can build a relationship or some understanding how it's gonna be in the future. We was planning, everything sounded so dandy and sweet. I had no idea I was in for a treat. After this was established, everything was cool. The tour was over and she went back to school. I called every day to see how she was doing. Every time that I called her, it seemed something was brewing. I called the room, I got picked up, and then I called again. I said, yo, who is that? Oh, he's just a friend. Don't give me that. Don't even give me that. Just like this.
You got what I need. But you say he's just a friend. And you say he's just a friend. Oh, baby, you got what Gigi needs. You ain't got that pussy lips. You ain't got those pussy lips. Oh, baby, you got what I need. But you say he's just a friend. But you say he's just a friend.
So I came to her college on a surprise visit to see my girl that was so exquisite. It was a school day. I know she was there the first semester of the school year. I went to a gate to ask where was a dorm. This guy made me fill out a visitor's form. He told me where it was, and I was on my way to see my baby doll. I was happy to say. I arrived in front of the dormitory. Yo, could you tell me where is door 3? They showed me where it was. For the moment, I didn't know I was in for such an event. So I came to a room and opened the door. Oh, snap! Guess what I saw? I felt a tongue kissing my girl in the mouth. I was so in shock, my heart went down south. So please listen to the message that I sent. Don't ever talk to a girl who says she just
wants to be a friend.
As a friend.
As a friend.
she needs. All right.
TM.
If you ever need a friend, buy a dog.
Okay. Well,
snap!
Yeah, all right. Anyway. So, damn, I tell you what. This thing is like jumping around here. What's going on with this bed? Okay. All right. So, what have we talked about tonight? What is the... Basically, we're here like a smorgasbord of the things that we're talking about.
Yeah.
We got about 15. We got about 20 more minutes left.
All right.
And we're going to at midnight. We're closing down. So,
I met Monique last week.
Monique.
Yes, how was that?
It was very funny. I was walking. I'm not kidding you. Right before the first act was over. I mean, before she came out, I walked. I was at the comedy club. I walked. Monique, the famous comedian, Oscar-winning actress. She was at the Richmond Funny Bone, and I walked by her, and I said, "Hey, how you doing, Monique?" And she goes, "How you doing, sugar?"
Sugar lips.
She's about 30. She's about 100 pounds less than she was. You saw in Precious, yeah.
Yes.
It's probably the greatest acting ever in a movie. She won an Oscar for it, and she's a very funny woman.
Yes, she really.
Yeah. So, but I met a big. I meet people all the time. Big.
I've
stars.
never even heard of her. Tell you the truth.
Well,
You don't watch black TV.
Well, excuse me.
you don't watch the Academy Awards.
I watch. I watch Red. I like Red Fox. I mean, he's black.
I wish he was still alive.
Yeah, Red Fox. I mean,
I've seen Red Fox.
and Sherman Hemsley.
Yeah,
Never
I
seen
wish
it.
he was still alive.
Yeah.
I've seen.
But I mean, this
I
guy,
try to see
they don't make comedy shows that like the way they used to, like they do with our show.
I've
Our
seen
show's
almost every
cutting edge.
major comedian, and this show, a lot of people always refer to George as the Howard Stern of Richmond, but
How about Howard being the gorgeous George of New York?
He's the gorgeous George of New York. Howard Stern. You should be on that America's Got Talent show. You and Howard Stern and Howie Mandel and Heidi Klum would be great.
Heidi Klum. What would Heidi Klum put out? That's the question.
Probably not.
Against the other two guys.
Yeah.
And you. Why not?
There you go.
But you know what, George? You brought up a great point.
What's that?
The sitcoms, what we were watching back in the day, they don't compare to what we have right now.
And it's just like music. I'm sorry. I'm going to say this. And, I appreciate all kinds of music. Music is not the way it used to be. I remember as a kid having my AM radio, sitting down there listening to the top 40 with Casey Kasem.
Yes. Where is he?
Casey Kasem's top 40, and listening to a fusion
Where
of
is he?
music.
They're all looking for him.
And listening to a blend of music. Well, what happened with Casey?
I don't know. You know what? I think Casey said music sucks so bad.
Well, no,
he
but
just
something
took a
happened.
walk.
Yeah.
Yeah, he did. Something happened to him.
No, I'll tell you what happened. I mean, it's a serious story. He has he's been married for a long time to his wife. The whatever her name was, and she. But he's been married a few times, and he has kids with, and they think that the wife has taken him, and he's a very sick man. He has Parkinson's disease or something, and dementia, and it's sad. And of course, because he's a millionaire, they're fighting over his money. And then a lot of people are saying we're not fighting over his money. We want to make sure he's all right. That type of thing. So then he was missing for a while. They think, but then when they found him, he was. They said he was fine. I mean, he didn't even. He and whoever I think his wife didn't even know they were looking.
Well, I mean,
they weren't reading the news or anything.
Of course, the late Dick Clark with American Bandstand.
Yeah, and a
stuff like that.
$25,000
As a kid, you were able to appreciate, music. I mean, the cornerstone of rock and roll, and I don't care. They say maybe Fats Domino in the 50s, Elvis Presley. Elvis Presley was the king of rock and roll. That's the bottom line. And then I'm not a big Michael Jackson fan, but we'll put Michael Jackson up there too as the king of pop.
Right.
But I mean, music as a whole in the 70s and 80s was what music was in the 90s, but now it's gone down the crapper.
Elvis Presley.
I'm Elvis Presley's illegitimate son.
Elvis Presley and his son-in-law.
Well, this is Elvis Presley right here. Hey, honey, you lied when you told you go down on Elvis, and he don't cause to doubt you. Now, I don't want to hear no more lies that go on sleeping without you. Now, you're standing there, and I'm standing here playing with my pecker with breast milk all around. And, honey, if you don't go down on me, I'm going to pull your panties down. Thank you. Thank you very much.
Elvis Presley and his son-in-law, Michael Jackson, as good as they were, you see how things worked out for them.
This is. I want to get into something
Well, man,
with Michael Jackson. Talking about you remember Henry interviewing Michael Jackson.
Yes.
That was a great interview. Right?
Great interview.
Yes, it was. But the whole thing with Paul McCartney and Michael Jackson. You remember in the '80s they had their and Paul McCartney was ready to sue Michael Jackson for trying to steal Beatles music or trying to steal some stuff that the Beatles do.
No, he didn't steal it. He overbid him in buying his own music. Yeah. And he succeeded. And then Michael Jackson, pretty good businessman. I mean, if you could write a check for $22 million to pay off somebody to keep the cops away, that's a pretty good businessman. Right. Let me tell you, that means you have plenty of money. What happened was Michael Jackson and him, recorded a few songs together, and then when there's this bidding war came over songs that Paul McCartney used to own, Michael Jackson had more money, and they never spoke again. And Michael Jackson sold a lot of that music to commercials. Part of the deal was, and this is kind of a neat deal, was that the Beatles the surviving Beatles at the time, there's 3 of them, did not want their songs on commercials.
Well, no. But I know that he overbid for most of the royalties or whatever.
So part of the contract was they couldn't use real Beatle recordings. So there's so many bands that sound like the Beatles, those Beatlemania type bands that could record them almost exactly the way. So when they had that Revolution, I think the first one was for Nike Revolution. Right. The music, it wasn't the Beatles, even though everyone thought, that sounds just like the Beatles. Right. And then they put a big ad, I think, in USA Today, the 3 surviving Beatles at the time, that said, "You don't like that commercial? Well, neither do we."
There you go.
Well, you know what? I have an inkling. Okay, the Beatles. Going back to the Beatles, if the Beatles were still alive today, would crappy music still come on the airways? I think the Beatles will bring out more hits, just like the Beach Boys, just like your Bee Gees, will continue to bring out more hits and block out this crap that we're hearing on the radio now.
Well, let me ask you a question. Let me see if we're on the same pattern. What are you referring to as crap?
When I'm referring to crap, and this is what I want Henry, and this is why Henry needs to do an interview with Justin Bieber. And he needs to send him back to Canada or something.
Right. You got a face you'd like to smack.
Yes. it's like a Porsche you want to run over.
Okay. Well, I wouldn't say he's a Porsche. He's more like a Ford Pinto.
He drives a Porsche.
Ford Pinto. That guy has no talent whatsoever. I'm sorry. He has no talent.
He's got no talent.
No.
Same thing with Drake. No talent.
Drake has no talent? Okay. I'm just going to, I'm going by what you're saying.
Yeah, I don't think
Drake. You better watch yourself. Drake's my boy.
Yeah.
You like Drake? Drake is fake.
Look. I like music as a whole. I'm going to say this. When I'm driving down the street, I am hearing boom, 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 boom. You're like, really? If I want to listen to that crap, then I will tell you, buddy, raise the volume up. And I've said before, that we're driving down the street in Broadway. That's all you hear is this thumpty thump. I said, being sarcastic, "Hey man, I can't hear it. Why don't you raise it up?" I mean,
probably do.
It's amazing to me that you like the sound of your own bass farts.
That's right.
Somebody else farting out the radio.
Yeah, well, I mean, like I said, I'd rather hear farts than hear half the time.
Well, the consequences of that is by the time most of these teenagers or young adults be like 40 years old or 50 years old, they'll have hearing loss. So, it's like,
look, cornerstone of music. We'll go to layer it up here. The 60s, the Beatles.
Right.
70s, the Rolling Stones.
Right.
And I'm going to say the Bee Gees. I don't care.
The Rolling Stones.
The Rolling Stones? That's your daddy, right? Mick Jagger? Isn't he your daddy?
I said I'm the illegitimate son of Elvis Presley.
Oh, you're Elvis Presley. I thought it was Mick Jagger. Okay. But I mean...
Not you're the illegitimate son of Conway Twitty, is really...
Yeah. Or how about George Jones,
Heard that Conway Twitty came to town and 9 months later you were born. It's really weird.
We know George groans. He groans all the time.
George groans? Okay.
Well,
you know what?
I saw Conway Twitty and George Jones in a concert. I mean, that was when I saw them in person. That's who I saw. I like George Jones a lot, and Conway Twitty's all right.
Are you saying
but he was the warm up for Conway Twitty. Now they're both gone.
Hello, I'm Conway
Jones. He needs Jones Pills.
Yeah. As a matter of fact, when it comes to 80s, and that's, of course, that's my favorite decade of music.
Is it right?
Madonna. Yeah, Madonna.
Yeah.
I love early Madonna.
Do you really? Okay.
Yeah. But then again, all of
you?
Yeah, Madonna was good.
Madonna. Michael Jackson.
I want to play something right
and-
here, and I want you to tell me now. I want to see if you all can guess. Now, this is a song that came out in the 90s.
Well, what's his name? That tune?
Why, it might be the name of that tune. Okay, but I want you, okay.
Here's Tom Kennedy.
That's not the.
That's called Fight the Power.
Fight the Power.
Yeah, that's what it's called.
Tell me
think that's what
if
it
you
was.
can recognize
From Do the Right Thing.
this tune right here. Okay, it is a mix. It is a R&B band mixed with a country singer. I want you to tell me if you can name that tune.
Johnny Cropper and the Commodes.
I can name that tune in one note.
I don't give a crap about you.
They're justified and they're ancient, and they like to roam the land. They're justified and they're ancient. I hope you understand. They're me up in Tennessee. They say, Timmy, stand by the jams. But if you don't like what they're going to do, better not stop them 'cause they're coming through. They're justified and they're ancient, and they drive an ice cream van. They're justified and they're ancient. We still know master plan. The last train left an hour.
Anyway, yes, that's Tammy Wynette. Tammy Wynette and the KLF. Now that was a mix, and that was the most bizarrest mix. I mean, a country singer and a R&B band mixed together.
That sounds almost like L.A. to me. Like you go into an L.A. studio. And
Yeah, it has that.
You're doing it.
It has that
Does it sound like
douchebag
what?
sort of.
I was saying that sounded almost like L.A.
Okay.
You're going into an L.A. studio and you're hearing a big recording sound.
It had
not
that-
country.
It had that Axe body.
It's country,
spray
but I
about
mean,
it.
and it's the fact that it's her voice. I mean, she's the queen of. I mean, she is country.
Yeah,
But it's mixed in with, a little bit of, dare I say, pop.
Right.
Mixed in with a little R&B.
Pop
and
mean-
that is good music.
Pop.
That is good
You
music.
mean white music? Pop music? Is that what it?
No,
is
no,
that the word?
Black music, whatever you want to call it.
George,
I'm serious
basically,
about
I call that her making adjustments.
it. Making adjustments.
Yes.
I mean, for her top or for something.
No. For the music
Oh,
of the
music.
time.
Okay.
She's planted though, so.
Well, so is George Jones.
But they didn't think he would ever outlive her, and she did.
Yeah.
He outdid.
Well,
Now-
well, for country, I always like Dolly Parton.
Great
Yeah.
singer. She's
Well,
big
Dolly
everywhere.
Parton is, she works from 9 to 5. Works from 9 to 5, and she's Here You Come Again. And,
Here you come again.
Which does the theme to the Gorgeous
the
George
theme
Show.
of the Gorgeous George Show. That's right.
Here you come again.
Here I come again. That's right.
No, you said it wrong. It's here you come.
Here I come. And I come again.
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 That's how you say that title when referring to the Gorgeous George Show.
But see, half these people don't even know. I mean, probably never even heard of that. They don't even know that.
I never
That's
heard
a
of
music history
The
lesson
Gorgeous
right
George
there.
Show. Well, I've never heard of it.
You never heard of it? Okay. No, I'm talking about that song. About that song that we're
Never
talking
heard
about.
of it.
Never heard of it.
Never heard of it.
You never heard of it?
We,
sir.
don't-
Never
we,
heard of it.
Well, Kevin, you've heard of it.
we don't get this show
Okay.
in my part.
But you've heard of that.
What? I've heard of Here You Come Again. Yeah, that's a
No,
famous
I'm not
song.
talking about that. You've heard of the Tammy Wynette one.
Oh, that was a big hit in England when I was living there.
Oh, in England.
Yeah.
Oh, you
It's
were
an
in England
English-
when that came out.
Yeah, I mean it's an English song. She
Oh.
Has
recorded
an
in
English song. How you know it's an
I mean,
English song?
what?
Cheerio.
Like the Beatles are English. I mean,
Tammy
there are
Wynette
songs
is
that
not-
come-
is not
that are
from
popular
England. Come on.
here are recorded.
You're talking about the KLF being from England.
Yeah.
The KLF.
Yeah. No, but I mean, it's a. Well, you can record a song anyway.
Well, it has an England sound to it. Yeah.
Rolling
I
Stones
mean,
has made albums in Alabama.
Right, yeah.
Muscle Shoals, Alabama, where they make a lot of, I think, Stax Records and stuff.
Cheerio, pip pip.
Sun Records in
Anyway, so you get what I'm saying about what music...
K-Tel Records in Germany.
How music sounds like.
They put like 40 songs on one LP.
Yeah, I love that.
70s.
I love K-Tel.
K-Tel?
Yeah.
I mean, let's talk about...
Well, what about Rhino Records? Rhino, yeah.
Oh, Rhino is really good. They exhumed a lot in was lost for years, yeah.
Some good tunes.
Well, yeah, I mean, let's face it. You had in the 50s... in the 40s you had like Decca Records, Dot Records. In the 50s you had Sun Records.
Sun Records.
In the 60s you had Motown, of course, Stax Records. 70s you had K-Tel.
That's right. That's right. A lot of good things in the 70s, A lot of good things in the 70s. They were created. A lot of good things in the 80s, And I tell you
like
what,
Ronald Reagan. Those were the Ronald Reagan years, of course. Yeah.
Wheel Nancy's Wheel's been putting some baby go bonds medicated powder on my buttocks. Wheel, I am Ronnie. I'm the Ronnie of the battleship. Anyway, yes. But what's that noise? It's like a little sound coming.
It's
from this
Mike Hick.
It sounds like sonar from a battle.
Sonar being pulled inside the studio.
Yeah.
All right. Anyway, we got 5 minutes left in the show. This is the Gorgeous George Show. When the minute we start is the minute we have to say sayonara. But I don't want to say goodbye, ladies.
Before we leave,
I don't want to say
gotta
goodbye.
tell us. You got to tell all your dozens of fans out there how to get to know the Gorgeous George Show on the internet, where your email address is, everything.
Well, Kevin, I'm glad you said that. Gorgeous George Show or Gorgeous George on DVD. Gorgeous George on DVD is a channel where you see most of our stuff, not everything, because we have a lot of stuff still on VHS
on
tapes.
YouTube.
On YouTube, that's right. A lot of stuff.
There's a lot to see on YouTube, though, and so that's a good place to start.
A lot of stuff still on VHS tapes that would take me forever to convert. Forever in a year to convert.
We already have about 20 or 30 hours already on YouTube that if you watch that, then we'll work on getting the older stuff out. Where we make jokes about Kenneth Starr and
jokes about Kenneth Starr.
Yeah.
Oh,
we make jokes about Linda Fripp.
Oh boy.
All right, I got you.
Oh boy.
All right.
Well, anyway,
we go back that far. I tell you what. But I mean, now actually, let's see if we have it all together here.
Right,
Kevin.
Yes.
Well, a trivia quiz for you.
Yes.
What year did you come on the show?
I came on, I think, in 1999. Am I right? 97.
There you go.
Okay.
97. And what
Those
was the
first 2 years were just a breeze.
What was the first show, what was the first show that you were on? Who were you on my first show?
I was your lawyer.
That's right.
First show you see me is I was on a couple of shows before that, just of your announcer. And now here he is.
Yeah.
The
You were
star
my
of our
attorney.
show.
You're my attorney.
But then I came on. I think there was another guest that was supposed to be on there, a wrestling guy, and I came on as your lawyer, and I used a lot of.
All right, Vance. What year did you come on?
Now I came on, if I remember, it was 2004. Not 2004.
2002.
2002. Wow.
Yeah, I guess we forget the first 2 years.
Yeah, it must have been a blur.
2002.
2002.
It took me 2 years to get straight.
All right, there's one Mona Lisa, one Leaning Tower of Pisa, and there's only one Gorgeous George. Believe it or not. I am what's causing all this. We might be back next week. We have a lot to do and a lot to talk about. The show will be coming back on in the winter, around the holidays, the 20th season, and we will be on. We might be doing some podcasting, who knows. The documentary will be out pretty soon, and will be out for the public to see.
There's also
yes, sir?
Gorgeous George Show at hotmail.com.
That's Gorgeous George Show and net zero, but okay.
No. This is all official.
Okay.
No, this is so. I don't handle these jerks.
That's fine.
And then Gorgeous Show at hotmail.com, and also there's the website.
The GorgeousGeorgeShow.net website, and it needs to be updated. I still haven't updated that bad boy after 5 solid years.
Ho ho!
I have my webmaster to do it. We'll do it soon. All right, we want to thank Bo for being here. Bo coming on and doing his thing. We'll, invite you to come on next week if you want. We got Vinny.
Yep.
And Kayla's
Sit
on.
down.
We're going to take you now. We're going to wrap this up here. This is the Gorgeous George Show. Believe it or not. Ladies, I am popping. Woo! I am popping. Woo! Through that proverbial underwear. Next time, same bat channel.
Good night, Richmond.